Hi guys, today I'd like to show you a snippet of my creativity of all the work I've done so far since probably the age of 16, maybe about 17, oh I'm not too sure, but anyways, so I'm going to start off with showing my Severum folder. So this one's just got a folder of its own because it's so epic, it's unreal. This isn't going to be typed up and completed and probably published until another few years just yet. I don't feel yet comfortable in producing this and getting it published because it's going to be such a massive piece. It's going to be about 3 books. It's going to be highly detailed. There's going to be loads of characters, loads of different agendas. So yes, so at the moment I'm just sticking to like 1 novellas and maybe a novel, and then as soon as I feel comfortable with my writing career and my skills in that, I'll then go on to Severum. So let me just briefly show you my Severum folder at the moment. So here I've got my draft chapters. I've got chapter 6 and chapter 5 typed up, but it's just draft. Plenty of plain paper for me to write upon. And also a lot of characterizations. So here I've got Valharan. She's one of the main characters, so it's basically her hates, dislikes, what she likes and in love with, what her past and her history has moulded her into the character that she is in this book. So that's that, and also in depth about her jewellery and the clothes she wears. So there's that. So let's just put that to one side. And here is a map that I've created, one of the islands. I've drew that myself and put it in, and one over here. So I'm creating the whole world. Here's one of the main characters. This is what I believe that she should look like. And all the information here, a birth date, family upbringing and stuff like this. And also I've also created and drew costumes and things like that. So she wears different costumes in different parts of the book. So I decided to draw that out as well. That's Valharan, one of the other main characters. That's what I think she should look like. So when I describe her in the book, she'll look similar to that. But it'll be interesting to look back at this video in years' time and actually see all this information being played out in the book. So it's super exciting. There's loads of other different characters and creatures. They're not just humans, there are made up creatures as well. So it's very in depth. So yes. Oh, my folder's just fell. Bear with me a moment. So that's that. So that's Severum. So now I'm going to show you the folder where I've got all my ideas in from a young age. So what I do is whenever I come up with an idea that just flashes into my head, I write all the notes down and I just put it into this folder. And it is quite thick, but it's not got all of it in there because, as you know, when you're writing, there's like pieces of paper dotted all over the place. So yes, at the moment I'm writing a manuscript on the Unsinkable Heart. It's based in the Titanic, 1911-1912. I say 1911 because it starts in 1911. The main plot is in 1912 and it goes up to like 1918. So I'm doing a lot of research on that at the moment. Titanic facts and how people lived in the Edwardian days. So all of it's in here. In this one it's just random notes, random ideas, flash fiction and poetry. So it's just a random one there. And in my previous video I have on YouTube, I explained about my first ever story I've ever wrote, and this is it in my folder. Something I like to look upon, and this is when I realised writing was for me at a very young age. Here is an idea of a story and a prologue. In November 1349 in England, surrounded by death, the screams of pain, the smell of the deceased lingering in the winter's air, she stands proud, smiling. So that's how that starts. So, and there's a first chapter here on another story. I have no idea, it's very random. Some of these are very scattered, so definitely need more organising. I did try organising it the other month as best as I could. Here's about a university history student travels back in time. That's all I am going to say. This one I am excited for is See Me. I can't wait until I start writing this one. I don't want to reveal too much, but you guys will love it. I'm sure you will. Not many books are like this. See Me, the plot. So yes, I've been greatly inspired from this by Cecilia Ahern, because I like how the beginning of her writing career, her stories were very like sort of mythical, and it's just, you know, fantasy. Lovely. So yeah, let's get through. A Pure Blood trilogy. That's another epic book I'm going to start writing later on. Human versus elven kind. There's a lot of twists in this, plot twists and surprises, so I can't wait to do this. The thing is, I don't think it's going to be a trilogy. It's not going to be like Severum. I think it's just going to be one thick novel. So I can't wait until I start this, but I'm not going to start this until later on in my writing career, so to speak. And this is another one chosen. This one's about, actually I don't want to say too much, but it's definitely to do with vampires, but just not like an ordinary vampire story, so that's all I'm going to say. And here's another story plan, a different story here that I created when I was 17, and I've already started writing chapters. So that's chapter 1, this is one's chapter 4. Yeah, so when I started writing years ago, I was actually literally writing paper to pen, but now I just mainly do my research and my note taking on paper to pen, and I just type the manuscript straight up onto the computer. So that's something I've recently started doing instead of writing longhand and then copy it up. I just think it's time consuming, but I still like writing paper to pen. This is a Spartan story. So I'll be setting this story in the Spartan days in ancient Greece and Athens. So I've done a lot of research with this, and there's plenty more research need doing. So when I start this book, then I'll definitely be doing a lot more research on that, and there I'm doing an opening chapter of the story. Here, this one is a different book. It's this year 1780s. She was born in the Welsh Valleys, brought up in a farm, and she was such a wonderful daughter and a friend to all. So it sounds all nice and nicey, but with my stories, it's not all nice and nicey. This one's another one, a girl in the 19th century. She's in poverty, mother has sadly passed away. So this one's about a male assassin and forbidden love. So that's another idea. Another one here, prologue to another story called Broken Secrets. So as you can see, I have a lot of ideas here. I'm just drawing a demon and an angel in love. Some ideas there. Just a quick idea. Gladys. I can't wait until I write this one. This was the first one I started writing when I was 16 years old. And I got carried away into this story, and I ended up typing quite a lot, over 100 odd pages. So I'm very excited to start this one. So this is the one I can't wait to do. And here, see, page 151, handwritten. My handwriting's quite nice there. Yeah, page 19. So it's very mixed when I handwrite this. Very mixed. So I need to reread all this. See, this is just Gladys. Page 56, page 66, so as you can see, it's very muddled up. And this is just Gladys. So I've already got quite a bit of the manuscripts handwritten down in this folder. So yeah, 125. So 136. So that's Gladys. Took up quite a bit of that. Here's another one based in 1800s, and the maid has a love affair with the young master. So that's another idea. Spoiler alert. And there's another one, a kitchen maid and a footman in love in the same household. So that's another one where I've wrote some notes down. Page 1, write it down. Page 12, the same idea. Oh. And another one, don't know about this one. another master of the house and a mistress. So story plan and some characters. So another story plan here. Quite a lot of maids ideas, names here as well, plots. And that's the end of it. So yeah, quite a bit. So these are just like some ideas that I've actually written down. I've got a lot that's stored into my head, and I also got a lot that's dotted around the house. So it's just never ending. But I can't wait until I do Severum later on in my writing career. But I'm definitely happy and excited to do the Unsinkable Heart. I don't want to reveal too much about that. So that's why I'm not doing a lot of update videos and explaining to you what I'm currently writing, because I don't want to spoil it. And there's nothing much I want to tell you about, because you just have to wait and see. So yeah, so I just thought today I will show you an idea of what I do and how I store my majority of my ideas. But yes, I was very serious at starting Severum first. That's why Severum's got its own folder. Because when I start on a story, I'll then buy a separate folder and then fill that folder up. So because I'm starting on the Unsinkable Heart, I'm going to go to the shops, I'm going to buy one of these and basically just fill it up with loads of ideas and stuff. So per story will have its own folder of research. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that's just shed some light on how I store my ideas. And it's quite heavy as well. Who would have thought creativity could be so heavy? Okay guys, so take care. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.